Welcome back, everyone. Today, what is it? I have my microphone right here, so you'll have to talk into it. Today, what is
Are you
this?
just trying to get close to me?
Oh, I'm always looking for that excuse. You know best. You don't have to
You don't
talk.
have to talk.
So, day 5, and today is the first day.
I just want to talk.
How about you come over here and I'll hold you instead? Because we're gonna put up Mama's special thing. So just hang tight for a minute. See this? Can you hold this for a minute?
Vimpel.
Vimpel. So we.
Oh, how do you say that in English?
I don't know.
Windsock?
I think it's a windsock.
Windsock.
Yeah. This is our first day in the garden, and there's still snow in here. So hopefully we're going to get some starts going in the greenhouse. So Mrs. W has asked Jack and I to do what? Here's my microphone.
I've asked you to come and help me. I need some weeding. I need some planting.
Well,
I need some dirt
no one
moving.
mentioned anything about weeding. I thought there was some infrastructure to build.
Well, I can do that too.
So what we're going to do is we hang this up in the springtime. Here, you hold her right there.
Hooray!
This might work.
You're so tall.
I'm sure nothing could go wrong here.
Oh, I got her. You're going to have to catch yourself.
I can do that. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can reach it. Do we put that in our mouth?
Yes, we do.
We actually do not. It's officially springtime in the garden.
Woohoo!
If you're new to the channel, you probably haven't seen our greenhouse. This is one of the very first things that we built when we moved here. That was almost a decade ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
We've been here quite some time.
Yeah,
we
and we-
built it out of an old barn. There had some kind of rickety-rackety stalls, and so we took the stalls apart and we built a greenhouse.
I think everything in here was used except for we did buy the Sun Tough.
Yeah, and it's held up really
Yeah,
well.
we have a lot of neighbors. We get a lot of snow up here. We have a lot of neighbors who built greenhouses and they've collapsed, like the Harbor Freight ones and stuff. And this is a gambrel style roof, and it's actually been really tough.
Yeah, it's
and it was
super.
really simple to build. So, can you take us inside and show us what your
on.
processes are?
So I've got two different heights here on my counters, and I've got this height that's really nice to work on, and we put in some tubs where I can have plants growing. I haven't done it yet because it's been kind of cold, but we're going to go ahead and get started. We're still freezing. We're down in the teens still at night.
They're kind of old. They've been here many years, but these are just those tubs like you see at Home Depot with the yellow lids, right? Is that what we use?
And we've had one actually collapse down because of the weight of it, but these are all holding up pretty well. And so I've got these, and I use these just if you need something to get your starts going or keep your plants a little bit warmer, just the tops of milk jugs. And
Are you going to be doing that? Is that part of today's video, or is that coming up?
That'll be coming up. I don't need it quite yet, but you can also just cut your milk jugs in half and put dirt in the bottom and then on the top. But so this is dirt. I'm going to go ahead and get some seeds started. I don't know if I'll do that today or tomorrow, but we're getting the garden ready.
So one thing that we're trying to work out today is how to keep the greenhouse warm.
Right.
It's really warm in here now. It's probably 85 degrees or so in here, and it's 40 outside.
Yeah.
But it'll get cold at night, and that will freeze everything. So we're either going to have to put a small wood stove in here, or maybe even just a little electric heater until it gets a little bit warmer.
That's right, because we just need a little bit more heat.
So your potting table, is that staying in here or coming out?
In here, I love it.
Okay, and then how come this shelf is lower? Why do we do that?
I
Or this bench?
have no idea why we did that. Do you remember?
I don't.
I don't remember either.
Just being different, I guess.
You know, actually, it's for me. It's nicer with the pots. For you, it's taller. So maybe we thought we were gonna.
Oh,
you were gonna
it was his and hers.
His and hers, yeah. But apparently, it's all hers.
But this, we kind of designed this so that we could add or subtract these pieces in here if we wanted to add more boxes.
Yeah, we can take them off.
I haven't seen the official, the Real Martian merch shirt. Where's mine? I need to order one of those.
I gotta get some more of those. It's all in giant boxes, so we're filtering through everything.
That's your box. Thank you. Where are they going?
Logging.
So our pump should be here by. They're shipping it on the 30th.
Your well pump?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd
So
ordered
we got
one.
One of those coming.
Did you go with the Bison or the Simple?
I went with the same one you got.
The Simple.
Yeah.
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 Azure Standard, what is that?
It is a company that sells things wholesale. It's
Like a co-op?
yeah, good co-op.
The Real Martian and Company was their last pickup we ordered together. So what did you get here? Why did you choose these particular things?
Because they're things I like. They're things that will store well. They're things that we eat. It's no use getting food that you actually don't eat. You know, a lot of people
Yeah,
do that,
right.
and it's like we don't eat a lot of. You know, so peppers, some garlic, some onions. Yeah, broccoli, vitamin C.
Now, what is this vitamin C? Is this a
Someone
particular?
was telling me liposomal is the best, naturally structured, and so I got some because I needed some vitamin C anyways. We were out.
I just received a package from one of my subscribers, Chris in Texas, who made me a nice little Wranglerstar 3D printed sign, and even better yet, a pink octopus for the Sweet Loaf to play in her muddy puddles. So, thank you for that, Chris. Chris also asked, any tips for us city boys to help prepare for what's coming? As a matter of fact, yes. So we're going to be building some window shelves where we can start seeds and kind of do, I guess, basically a little victory garden. A victory garden was something that folks did during World War II, or Americans did, to kind of help the war effort, and they were strongly encouraged to plant whatever you could, plant seeds. It didn't matter where you lived, you know, get some food going to bring a little relief to the grocery stores and such. It's just amazing how much you can produce food-wise in just a small space. So we're going to do that today. So I'll get this built, we'll build it together, take it inside Mrs. W, will show you how you can get some things started with some produce that you probably already have. If you don't have any seeds, and this might be a great project to get your kids involved with if they're home from school and probably going stir crazy right now. You don't need anything fancy for this, just any scraps. If you have a pallet you can break down, you can do this. But what we're going to do is we're going to have some small material, and we're just going to nail or screw some cleats onto the side, and then you're going to want something for your shelving material. It's going to need to be pretty thick, about 3/4 inch thick. If you go lighter than that and get any weight on it, it'll bow real bad. So 3/4 will usually span pretty good. The best thing I've found to deal with this blister pack is good old trauma shears. You know, you can cut a penny in half with these things. Okay, there's our 4 shelves. So we'll head inside and go tie in with Mrs. W, and she can talk a little bit about getting those seeds started. Here we are in the south-facing window. Why the south-facing window?
It gets the most light and the most heat, and that's what your seed starts like.
Neat.
Well, if you don't have dirt, and if you're just wanting to use something from your refrigerator, you can actually use vegetables that you've purchased at the store. This is lettuce. You can cut it off, and this actually was one of those where they have the roots involved, but you can do it with regular lettuce too. You just slice it off, and it will reroute in water.
Is there soil in there?
This one has some soil, but you can do it with just plain water as well.
Can you use tap water?
Yeah, it works great.
What else can you start without seeds?
So this is celery. Doing that with celery. So you could just once you cut the tops off, you can just put the bottoms in. This is ginger, which I haven't done, but apparently you can do, so I thought I would go ahead and try it. I also have onions over here, which are really happy to sprout. These are very bitter, the green part, so you can still eat the rest of the onion, but you can also start it, and then I'll split this up and plant it in my garden later when I've got the roots.
How long would these need to be in the jars before they can be put in the ground?
I mean, you could put this in right now. This is just a great way to get heat and get it started sooner, and you want to check it daily because it will really suck up a lot of water.
What about seeds?
Seeds, everything has a different germination start. Most of the stuff has to be under the ground, but some things need to be on top of the ground. So I can talk about that in a different video, and we can do a seed starting video maybe.
Okay, so
Other things I have here are onion. So not only can you pull the sprouts out if your onion sprouts early, but you can put the bottoms of onions in, and they will reroute, and you can throw them in your garden.
onions and garlic?
Garlic is here. Garlic, ideally, you plant in the fall, but I plant tons in the spring, and then I have a fall crop that I also use. They're a little bit smaller, but you know, this was just starting to sprout already, so why not use it?
Hey, can I ask you a question? That was a hard one. What I did in the south-facing windows was just put these little cleats in there, and then the shelves will sit right on there. We have 2 windows, 2 of these. I had both of them done, and I don't know why. For some reason, when I was painting, I took the other ones off. Maybe we did that after the greenhouse. So I got to put those back on. These I never got to, so we'll install those shelves right now. Now, if you don't have any wood or your windows are not this deep, just get creative. You can stack up stack something up or get some shelving that maybe you're not using somewhere, and just be creative. But just get those things in those south windows, and it's amazing how much you can grow in with a couple of these shelves. One of the scary things I've been hearing is that it's possible for this virus to stick on cardboard and packages through the mail. I think it was yesterday 2 postal service workers tested positive. I'll be doing a video on deconning this stuff in the next week or so. I got some things coming up, but for now what we're basically doing is spraying it with a 5% bleach solution and letting it sit for 24 hours before we get to, that's for the outside package. I don't worry about the ones inside so much. I hope you guys ordered ammo. It is absolutely gone. I ordered this I think 10 days ago and it just barely showed up, and it's just not to be had anywhere. I've looked everywhere, and that's it's just gone. It's just all being bought up, and what's in shipment's already all spoken for. That's about it for today's video. Boy, I really recommend get some seeds and some things started. If for nothing else, just to get some routine in your life and something to kind of look forward to, especially for the kids. You know, they're coming out of school where everything is very regimented and there's an order and they have schedules and such. And so to come away from that when you're used to it to, you know, something that maybe there isn't any structure is I think it's kind of tough. So having something kind of look forward to and give them a regimen and make sure that you put them in charge of the seeds and they'll be able to see them grow and to, you know, every morning it'll be exciting for them and they just get a little bit bigger and then they'll have the responsibility of making sure that they're watered, and it just keeps their mind off of all the things. You know, it can be scary for little people not understanding what's going on and why they can't go to school. So have those routines, have things to look forward to, do a special meal once in a while, play some board games, and just have a schedule written out so they have something to look forward to. Yeah, we have to do chores, we have to do this and that, but when the chores are done, it's time to do something fun, and maybe we can even make cookies or something like that. So that's important, just to keep morale up for everyone. So may God bless you and your families. Also, there's been a lot of questions. I've got a bunch of stuff coming in. I've mentioned, you know, the night vision and body armor and different things that I'd been putting off for a long time, and this really kind of kicked me in the behind to get it sorted out. That stuff's all starting to show up, and I know there was some interest in that. I'll be happy to share that with you. I'll share it with the members first, and then I'll open it up to everyone else. I'm not the expert on this, but I'm very lucky to have I'm able to call some guys that are and get some really good advice. So I think I made some pretty good choices, and again, it may work for you, may not, but I'm happy to share. The radios came in today, the night vision came in today, and a couple other things on the way. So we'll look forward to that. That'll be coming up. So may God bless you and your families. Keep us in your prayers. Keep hope alive. Start your victory garden, and we'll see you guys on the next video.